What's up, everybody? Welcome to Campus Cuts. Today on the podcast, I got a BU alum, I got a DJ, I got an audio engineer, I got somebody that's intelligent, knows a lot of stuff, knows his stuff, and he really does a great job of it. What's up, bro? Welcome to the show.
What's up, bro? What's up? I appreciate the praise, man. I appreciate the praise.
Nah, bro. It's I gotta give credit where credit's due. Actually, even before I got to Baylor, I heard your stuff. It was with Judas stuff, on Christian stuff and whatever. And I was like, I was looking for somebody to like music to listen or essential dialogue, and I was just listening a bunch of people's stuff that they had out there. So stumbled across yours, and I was like, damn, we got people live up in this. Okay. So people watching. So yeah, man, just want to say appreciated you just being on the pod and just coming and just appreciate all your stuff, bro. So before we jump in, man, introduce yourself. What is your name? What's your current occupation right now? And tell the people what's up.
For sure. My name is Chukwemeka Daniel Nzako. I go by Daniel. I also go by Mecca. I also go by Chukwemeka. If you could say it correctly. If not, you can try it, please. Just because I don't want to spend the day correcting anybody. I don't have time for that. But I am, like Tanaka said, I'm a Baylor alum. Graduated with a degree in biochemistry. That means difficulty in Spanish for those that don't speak Espanol. And currently, I'm an analytical systems engineer for a analytical chemistry instrumentation company.
Okay.
And that is about as much fun as it sounds. It's cool, but it's just not fun.
Right.
It's just not fun. And I also am a DJ, audio engineer, music producer, graphic design artist.
Yeah.
And
podcast host. Don't forget about that, bro.
And I'm a podcast host and video editor and podcast audio editor. Basically, if it moves or makes sounds, I've probably tried it. Honestly.
Right.
Yeah.
Bro, that's dope, man. But what's your stage name? What do people know what's the stage name?
Waviavelli. And Tanaka, how old are you?
21.
21. Okay. So where do you think the name Waviavelli comes from?
Machiavelli.
Okay. Nice.
I think so.
Wait, which Machiavelli?
I'm thinking about Machiavelli, the philosopher, and that's what I think of. But then, of course, then people think about Tupac, right?
Yeah. Exactly. It was really a mix of both. But
yeah,
just trying to make sure. All right, cool.
Hey, bro, no, I'm a little smart, okay?
No, it was literally just a question. Don't do that to me, bro.
Yo,
I'm just asking questions, bro. This is an interview. You ask questions,
Yeah, bro. Before you really dive in, how did you figure out that was going to be your stage name? Why did you choose Waviavelli for you to be able to put as your brand?
Bro, I had so many stage names, bro. I had so many before I came to Waviavelli, and partially I haven't switched just because I switched too many times.
Right.
But also it's just the perfect name because I mean any word has to have enough consonants. This is gonna sound pseudo intellectual and pseudo woke,
bro.
This is really just an explanation of basic linguistics. But every word has to have enough consonants and enough vowels, and Waviavelli just does. So do I want to put in the effort to come up with another name that's unique that also has that? No, I don't. I just don't. So fuck it.
Right.
That's why I'm not gonna switch. But the way I got to the name, originally I was DJ No Reason.
Right.
Back in I want to say 2015, and it's because I made music for no reason.
Right.
Haha. Boom. Terrible name. And it's funny because people I knew that didn't really take my music seriously,
right.
Which is fine. Take it how you will. They used to call me DJ No Music, which I have to admit, that's hilarious. That's fucking hilarious. eventually, of course, you get tired of being called DJ No Music. So I was like, let me come up with another name. So then I moved to Mekus Makes Music, which is a Mekus is a Nigerian nickname for a Mecca. Um, and that was fun. And then I wanted to come up with something that was like, I mean, you said you're 2021. Hello, Tanaka?
Yeah, I can hear it. I don't know. Internet's a little unstable.
Oh, all good. You said you're 21 years old, right?
Right.
Okay, so this is like back in like 2016. How old were you in 2016? You were what?
18,
17?
no, 17, 17.
17. Okay. So, I mean, you remember 2016 enough probably. Well, of course you do. But like all of media, everything was just like I mean, Transformers was fucking number 1 in the box office.
Right.
Megan Fox was still coming off of like fucking hottest woman in America for 12 years in a row. J.J. Abrams just got done making the Star Trek
Star Wars,
films.
Force
A bi-
Awakens.
yeah. Oh, yeah. That too. Billions of dollars. So like everything was just like lens flares and loud noises. That was
Right.
all media.
Right.
It's changing now because you can't do that during a pandemic. You
Right.
also can't do that during a you know political crisis in the United States in 2020, which is a ridiculous thing to have.
Right.
Um, so I changed my name to We, period, just WE, period,
Yeah.
and, and that was a pun because I'd be rapping and I would say like something something. Wait, basically, I would use it to like it was ironic because I'm talking about myself, but I could make a triple entendre to say I'm talking about multiple people.
Right.
And then I was just like, this name is stupid. So then it became SMPLY, which was just simply.
Simple. Oh,
Sim-
simply.
yeah, so I was the artist Simply Known. And like, it was like when everybody was taking vowels out of words just to make them cooler.
Right.
Like, what are we doing this for? Why? Leave the English language alone. Let it live. But I was the artist Simply Known. And then one day, Waviavelli just dropped out of thin air, and I was like, "Yes, thank you."
Bro, I hope you trademark that, man, for real.
I need to.
Bro, please trademark before somebody else like, decides to go to UTPSO and be like, hey, so I trademark your name, so snatch. That's a tip for anybody. Anybody doing anything. Make sure you trademark your stuff before it gets snatched, because if you don't, you will lose out.
Dang, appreciate
That
that.
is
I never thought
that is
about that.
wild. Bro, no, bro, I'm telling you, man. You got a trademark? No? Bet. Bye.
Dang, man. God
You got to
forbid, bro.
know the
But
game
yeah,
to play
no,
the game, bro.
no, appreciate that. I'm gonna have to get on that for sure.
No, bro. Well, that's a very funny story, bro. Because it is a very catchy name, and I love how that
Thank you.
like whenever somebody comes across your stuff, it's just like, oh, that's a dope name. Like, where did that come from? That's definitely going to be stick, and that's going to stick into people's minds, right? So that's dope. But I mean, of course, I'll let you know why we started the podcast. Started as an experiment, as a project for student government, all that, whatever, shiznaz. And so basically now it's just an open forum conversation where I just chop it up with guests, athletes, entertainers, entrepreneurs, students, faculty, staff, community members, anybody that just wants to honestly just chop it up. We just talk about what's going on in the world, society, and culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So welcome to the Campus Cuts talk show. I want to call it podcast. It's a talk show now.
Okay.
But bro, so of course, the very first question I ask like any former students, BU alum, is why did you go to Baylor? How did you get there? Like, I mean, especially as a black person, like, how did we end up at Baylor?
Um. Okay. Are you from Texas?
Yeah, bro, Dallas.
Okay. So I don't. I can't speak. I'm a Nigerian American.
All right.
100% Nigerian. So I want to speak from my perspective.
Right.
I never had a choice about going to Baylor, bro.
Really?
I never had a choice about going to Baylor,
Bro,
especially,
African parents be the worst.
bro. Especially if I was gonna stay in Texas, it was either Rice or Baylor.
Oh wow. That's a privilege though, because I know people be
It
dreaming, be
is.
praying.
That's true. That's true. I mean, I still had to I still had to put in work to get that because I mean, nothing was given to me. I mean, and Baylor is not necessarily the hardest school in the world to get into,
Right,
but I mean, anybody who has the privilege to go to any university, like, props to you, honestly, because
right,
there are a lot of people, the majority of people in this world who would never even have the opportunity.
right.
But yeah, bro, like my parents were like, okay, either you go to Baylor, you go to Rice, or you go to Nigeria, and I was like, I'll just go to Baylor, bro. Like it's closer to Dallas, so I was like, I'm gonna just go to Baylor.
Oh man, bro. Talk about that. Talk about being a Nigerian American, just like that first generation experience. Because I'm a first generation, Zimbabwean American. Shout out to
Mm-hmm.
them, formerly known as Rhodesia. Shout out to Cecil Rhodes. Thanks for colonizing us. And De Beers Diamond Company in stealing our diamonds. All right, but anyway, that's a
Damn.
different caveat. That's a different side story. Talk about that experience, growing up as a Nigerian American and how that was able to help shape your perspective and just shape the way that you move throughout the world.
I try not to. I try not to stereotype anybody.
Right,
I'm going to speak in very general terms for the sake of the story. But I mean, in general, most Nigerian parents are known for for the whole strictness thing, for the whole
right.
you know honestly, immigrant parents in general.
Yes,
Honestly, the doctor, engineer, lawyer,
lawyer.
and I think a lot of popular media that wants to like deconstruct those ideas, they oftentimes come from the perspective of this person wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't their choice,
Right,
but also like personal choice is such a complicated thing that it's kind of hard to boil it down to did you choose this or did you not to? You
right,
know what I mean? Like, I mean, especially like when I was younger, this is like 2000, this is post 9/11 America.
right,
This is swine flu almost became coronavirus America.
right,
And my parents are telling me, doctor, lawyer, engineer, and my teachers are telling me the same thing because like, bro, no one in 2006 is saying I'm gonna grow up and become a mechanic unless you are yeah, unless you're gonna do that.
right.
But I didn't have that choice, basically. So
So you were basically forced to be an engineer to choose one of the three.
yeah, I was I was trying to politely say that without offending my parents, like virtually, but yeah, I didn't have a choice.
Bro, talk about that, man. Like, I think sometimes, I mean, shoot, I'm even blessed. I'm honestly blessed. Like, my mom was so chill, and my dad was just like, yo, whatever you do, do your best, do your best, do your best, do your best. So I didn't have to deal with like the idea of like what I
That's
chose or
that's
whatever.
dope. That's
Which is a
dope.
blessing, which is a
Yes.
blessing. But I mean, of course, still, like, my dad was hella strict.
Yeah.
African dads, man. African. I think that would be a good topic for the day. It's like the relationships that Black men that we have, especially with our fathers, especially African with our fathers. Like sometimes there's like a lot of that tension and that expectation. How have you been able to walk through that? And now you as an adult, bro, you on your own journey, living by yourself. Got your bro. First off, your pad is nice. I like the screen, bro. It looks like a what is that,
Bro, that's a whole topic of discussion, but it's an interactive video wall type thing.
bro? That's nice.
Thank you.
That's nice. I was like, but yeah, how has that been now being an adult? How have you been able to walk through and try to figure out, find like your own, like find who Daniel and Becca is? I know
Okay.
these questions be hidden, bro.
Nah, I'm like I said, especially just like the culture I grew up in. Like, I mean, African American men, people of our skin tone are just notoriously not exactly people that share things,
Right.
especially like emotional. And some of these questions do have emotional connotations. So it just takes me a second to think about an
Yeah.
appropriate response.
Yeah.
But that being said, could you ask that question one more time?
How has that being a when it comes to our relationships and us, like us, especially like African children, when it comes to dictating our lives, how have you been able to salvage that and walk through that as an adult now, taking like what it means for Daniel to take control of your life, especially, with our parents and in these expectations.
Man, that's that's a good question.
Thank
Okay, first of all,
you.
for real, this is gonna sound ridiculous, but growing up, I never thought my dad would be proud of me.
Yeah,
I didn't think there was anything I could do to make him proud.
dude.
It
Likewise.
say again.
Likewise.
Okay, got you. And it wasn't so much of an issue for me, but it was just like it was a constant knowledge, right? So in moments where I felt I let him down, I didn't necessarily feel so bad because I was just like, well, that's all I'll ever do. So what's the point of like not of being upset about it? And then when I graduated and I got a job and my dad said he was proud of me, it it clicked, right? That he wasn't proud of me in this moment. He was proud of me the whole time. And I didn't
Mm,
want to admit that to myself because I don't know, for some reason it was more motivating to think he doesn't care what I do. And now that I know
right.
so much of the actions my parents did towards me were because they care what I do, it makes the context of my actions in the past, in the present, and in the future complex. But I also have to trust myself, man. You know,
Right.
and especially in a year where if it feels literally like the world is ending, like uh, for all the conspiracy theorists out there, it's not ending, bro. Like, I mean, man, imagine it's like 1562 and the Black Plague wipes out a third of your country,
Right.
a third of
Bro,
an
that's
already
wild.
poor country. Like, we have it better than they did, honestly.
Oh yeah.
But um, I mean, that was a roundabout way to basically get to, bro. At some point, bro, YOLO, bro, just fuck it, man. Like, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna just do it, man. You know, like, who am I waiting for?
Bro, yeah. Yeah. That's that's true. That is so true.
Yeah.
That's good, bro. And I think that we can dive into that, bro. Like, what does it mean for you to take action? Like, because I know in my life there was times because just like with like just linking with like relationships and whatever, sometimes like, oh man, bro, each and everything I do with my dad, like man, I get him disappointed, whatever. And like, when I was growing up, it was more of I worked so hard to get validation, but at the end of the day, if you try to work so hard to get validation and you may not get it, then you start trying to do it in other ways, other things, other people. That one can be very damaging and limiting of your life, right? And then I finally got to the point, I'm like, bro, I'm just gonna do me, not in a selfish way, but like in a way, like I'm going to do me, and like whose permission am I waiting for? And I think
Mm.
our generation specifically is so fixated on waiting for people's permission or waiting that they feel like they need to be validated in order to do something, right? Especially now with social media and everybody like, oh, let's comment, let's like this, go, whatever. It's like nobody is able to be an individual, right? Or they try to be so much of an individual, but then like with them being the individuals, they're really trying to group themselves into like an identity or a group. And then after that, like nobody takes action. I'm not. This is not supposed. I'm not a motivational person. I know most people, contrary to belief, this is just how my brain works. But I think like action and like taking action and really stepping into like, yeah, I'm gonna take action. I'm gonna go and do this. I mean, your life will be better.
Agreed. Agreed. Like, I mean, I couldn't say it better myself, bro. Like, that huge list of things I rattled off at the beginning of the show, I do all those things, and like sometimes I'm like, why? Why am I doing this? And then eventually the answer is always just because I can. So like, why not? Not that that means
Bro,
go do anything you want. I mean, don't do everything. Don't do everything. All I'm gonna say is like, I'm not even gonna say that, but just don't do everything. but but yeah, bro, just like I said, bro, anything that moves and makes sounds, it's fucking fun. Why not?
bro, why not? So how did you get into DJ? How did you get into the video, the graphic design, like your tapping into that creative side? I know that again, we have that connotation, doctor, lawyer, whatever. And I know most people they think that creative careers are like what is the point? Like, why are you going to watch TV? There's nothing that you can do. I mean, but people be getting careers off of that.
Money.
How are you able to? What made you first step into that realm of creativity? And what does creativity mean to you?
Are you Christian?
Yes.
So I'm also a Christian, and when I think about the story of Genesis, right?
Yeah.
What what else is the story of Genesis called? What else was it about?
The beginning, the creation. We were made to create.
Exactly, the creation. Like that. Not only is that God's introduction to humanity is creation, but as far as we know, that is God is creation.
Right.
So I don't like if I'm going to have a Christian experience, creation has to be a part of that because when I create, I have an appreciation for creation,
Right.
for God's creation when I create because I get how hard it is. Even though it was I mean, of course it was easy for God, but like it's the Bible's is so many pages for a reason, you know? Like that's a long book, bro.
Yo, right.
It's a long book. And I mean it's all about just what God made. So I just like making stuff.
Bro. Hey, keep it short and simple. And I think that's so true. I mean, I had a friend, Chelsea, or a former friend. I don't even know what's happening with that. But anyway, she said, I had her on the pod, and she said, we were created to do two things, to name and create. That's
Mm-hmm.
it. That's God. All he asked us to. Then we sinned. Then we messed up. But either way, like that is our natural state of being. Or like you
Mm-hmm.
look at all these inventions and whatever, and like I think yeah, and I really agree with you. Like in my times, like how I define creativity is like the creativity is an extension of God. Like of course we're not going to create like out of the mold, but we have been crafted and molded to make something, and then after that use it for the benefit of good. Then evil messed it up and came and then effed everybody over. But but the enemy, like see. But anyway, but I think it's just the name sense of, and I don't like how people always say that I'm not creative. I'm not creative. I'm not creative. I'm creative. But
it's
like,
it's it's limiting yourself. It's limiting yourself. And like usually when people say that, in my experience, it's because at some point when they were expressing themselves, somebody told them, "Hey, like, don't do that." And for some reason they internalize that to like have a self hatred for their own creations. But like on the other hand, I hate to push those people to create on the spot at least.
right.
But like I don't know. I mean, we're like let's say you meet a girl for the first time. Usually the conversation eventually comes to what do you do, right?
Right.
And like if I have to tell a girl what I actually do, which I mean I'm probably going to because like I'm not gonna like BS her because I do a lot. Like basically I'm trying to say I'm busy. I'm busy. That's what I'm trying to tell her basically. So if I say all those things and you just say, "Oh, I just do this," Then I'm like, well, what are we gonna do then? Because when you're not doing that and I'm doing something else, what are we gonna do?
But hey, bro, let me challenge you on this. Doesn't that come into a character of like, why should you expect her to do so much? Because you do a lot.
That exactly. Which is why I'm single right now. You got me there, Tanaka, and I know I totally understand that because I wasn't single a year ago. I wasn't single a year and a half ago, and I wasn't single 2 years ago. And honestly, college seniors, college juniors, text Shotty right now and just say it's over. We're done. No questions, no emojis. Just it's over. We're done. Trust me.
Bro, really? You
No, I'm joking. Don't do that.
Woo!
Don't do that. Don't do that. Love your woman. Like Otis Redding said, try a little tenderness.
Oh my gosh.
If I
But
can hit
no,
those notes, I will, but I won't do it.
no, bro, I think that's so true because maybe because I mean you can definitely tell like you're definitely ambitious, right? I think I would follow I think I would consider myself ambitious. I don't know. Like and like this is not me like saying, "Oh yeah, I'm fishing." Like I'm honestly genuinely do not know whether or not I'm ambitious or I'm either crazy or whatever. Maybe I'm both. But it's I think that's really good. Like sometimes there has to be like a compromise of what does it mean for somebody that does do a lot, and how are you able to balance friendships and relationships, especially around people who are not necessarily as motivated. Just because they may not be necessarily as motivated to do a lot doesn't make them a bad person. But
Absolutely
like
not.
you know,
Yeah.
you're trying to find the vibe and whatever. But then like if you somebody does a lot, gets it was the girl that does a lot, and when she does a lot, like when will you guys ever spend time?
That's true. That's true. And I mean, you know, I was having a conversation about love with a friend earlier,
Yeah,
and it really just comes down to your definition of what that is. And you know, I think that the number one thing that I've experienced is that eventually, and this is specifically in relationships, and I'm speaking really candidly, Tanaka. I'm surprised I would even bring up this topic.
bro. Thanks, bro.
That's a credit to your interviewing skills, by the way. That was a good question.
Dude,
Um,
thank you, bro. I'm just
for
we
sure.
just chopping it up. Like this is just me. Like this is not running down. Like we just chopping it up.
No, I mean I'm just saying. Um, Let me see. I lost my train of thought. Um,
When it's like what it comes down to, what the idea of love, like what that means.
okay. I don't have a jealous bone in my body. I don't.
Right,
Like, if somebody has something and it's not mine, I just don't care. And I've been in so many relationships where it's a relationship based off of ownership and not care. And I feel like so often, because of things I do, I'm a novelty until I'm not. And then
right,
until they get used to it, right? And then it's just like, all right, well, let's just be done then because I'm not going to chase you around the world. I just won't do it. You know,
right.
I, I'm not giving any answers in that statement, but basically, bro, like I said, I'm single this year and I'll be single next year. No, yeah, no. When dating somebody who doesn't do as much as you you have to come to an understanding about notoriety and time and understanding.
Mm,
I think especially as a DJ, right? I'm supposed to be. I mean, a DJ is supposed to be sociable, right? And
right,
you can say, oh well, you can be whoever you want, but like, bro, if you're hosting parties, if you're generating an environment, you closing yourself off to people is not productive usually.
right,
So, I mean, I was with a girl at the time when I first started DJing. She was all in support of it. I started getting female attention, and she would be angry about the female attention.
right,
And I was like, I can't do anything about that, but that's also part of this job.
right.
So I don't know what to tell you. And I mean, like, I don't know what to tell you.
Tell you.
You like if a woman approaches the booth, you want me to stiff arm her in the face? Like, bro, I
Yeah,
don't have that energy for that. And I mean, like that application just applies to DJing. But
right,
I mean, if you go looking for a girl who's a model and you have a problem with men looking at her or
bro.
anyone looking at her, bro, what do you do? That's her job.
I mean, like they're literally are being shot to generate attention economy for a product in order for people to buy it.
Let
So,
alone this girl has probably grown up since she was like maybe 10, just wanting to be a model. You somehow she stupidly fell in love with you, and you tell her, "Hey, I like how you look and everything, but I don't like the other people like how you look." What?
or or that's also saying like, I really love how you cook, but I don't want you to cook for anybody else if you're a chef.
Oh
Huh?
my,
Like,
oh my goodness. So then, like, oh, you're an artist, yeah. Oh, I like that. Oh, you're gonna make a song about me, yeah. Oh, I don't like that. What am I gonna make a song about then? Nothing.
oh
And,
man,
and
that,
you just apply that to so many things, bro. Basically,
you could
yeah.
apply that with so many things, and I think that that is such a good point to even just talk about. Just saying how, oh, bro, this is funny. Just talk about like just the idea of relationships and envy and jealousy, man. Like, um, oh, that's tough, man. Like, bro, I mean, relationships are hard. I mean, well, no, actually, relationships are not hard. It's just that people are complicated, and we're all healing. We're all trying to figure out. And like, if some things aren't healed, and after that, you project them, and then after that, after projection, and it just comes. Uh, at the end of the day, people for the people listening to this, watching this, heal yourself first. Healing is so important
Big facts. Big facts.
because if you're not healed, how do you even expect to love somebody?
You can't. You
You
can't.
can't, bro. Of course,
And
we saw that with the entanglement, man.
bro, but honestly, I do think they're in love. I do think they're in love. But here's what I want to say. Um, don't mix up love and desire.
Right.
They go hand in hand, but desire without love is not what you want.
That's lust.
It's lust. As Cardi B says, there's some hoes in this house. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh man. LOL, bro. Please stay sanctified, brother.
And I'm not talking about my house. This house is hoe free. There's no corner for hoes to hide in. But I'm just saying, in general, in the United States of America in 2020, there's some hoes in this house. If honestly, if I'm running for president, that is my slogan. There's some hoes in this house.
Oh my gosh.
There's some
That's
hoes in
funny.
this House of Congress, bro. It's happening out there. It's happening.
Wow. That's hilarious. That is hilarious, man. Oh man, just even talking about the states, bro. Like this is like one of these bigger questions that I ask is like, what is something that you would like to see change? It can be one thing, many things, or I mean, of course, 2020 has been definitely a dumpster fire. Um, but what are things that you would like to see change in America, like from your perspective, your viewpoint?
Hmm. Everybody get off of social media, or there should be like an actual Twitter location in every city. Like if you wanted to talk to people generally in your area, whether it be through virtual reality or anything, you should be able to do it in a format that doesn't limit your understanding of other people. Because social media is so polarizing, and especially
Right.
like everybody right now is focused on Gen Z. TikTok is about to get shut down probably. God forbid, because I love TikTok. And all these other things, bro. The generation that went to fourth grade on Friday in a normal world, and then went to fifth grade the next semester, everyone wearing masks,
Trauma.
bro. bro. I don't even know. I don't even know. Like, who knows? Like the next 20 years in this country, the average everyday citizen, like the political issues that we talk about this year, in 20 years, they probably won't be as pertinent. But what will be? What if your kids are arguing about in 20 years are arguing about whether Kylie Jenner's robot replacement clone having a baby with Travis Scott is cheating?
Bro,
What are we gonna do? You know, like, so I hear people like people on social media, they take the smallest thing and they just argue about it for days, and I'm like, bro,
right.
Elon Musk just put chips in pig brains and made music from them. Apparently, I I don't think I care about, and I mean, don't get me wrong, these are serious issues, but I don't think I care about whether or not Kim Kardashian can wear braids when pig brains are being translated.
Right.
I can't. It's hard for me to do that.
Right. Dude, like, and now, I mean, shoot, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna put it out there. I like some conspiracies. And it turns out that all the conspiracies, the majority of the conspiracy theorists, the healthy ones, were right. I mean,
Okay. The healthy ones, but like honestly, healthy conspiracy theories are usually just it's just usually just really slow news. Like
right.
any investigative okay, and that's another thing about conspiracy theories that I want people to hear this, bro, because I get tired of it sometimes, especially on Twitter. The more mouths that hear about a secret, especially in a year where this lady just became fucking famous for saying she sucked off 7 NBA players, no proof. The more mouths that hear about a secret and realize that that secret is worth a certain amount of money, you know how hard it is to stop that trail?
Very hard.
So like, when you come with conspiracies, like, for example, and I'm just gonna go with the random one because it's the first one that comes to mind. There was one going around last year that Chuck E. Cheese Pizza recycles their pizza, right?
Right.
If I was an employee at Chuck E. Cheese Pizza, even if it was the only job I'd ever had in my life and I had to keep that job with my fucking life, if I saw my manager recycle pizza and I could get proof of that, I'm going to be on TMZ tomorrow and get $20,000 and write a book deal. And when this nigga comes after me and says anything, I'm going to be like, okay, security, fucking restraining order, anything, bro. Like, dude, what else? Dude, and honestly, with all due respect to conspiracy theorists, all due respect to all viewpoints, Bill Gates has been planning for 40 years today to inject you with a microchip through a vaccine. Is that really what you think is happening? Dude, that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Be realistic with yourself.
But who knows, bro? I mean, you got Dr. Rashad Buttar.
That's true. That's
I
true.
mean, hey, you pretty mad. I'm pretty mad. You know.
But I mean, honestly, that doctor guy, I don't remember his name. You said Dr. Rashad Buttar?
Buttar. Yeah, Buttar or something. Yeah.
Bro, he's probably doing this. Let's not get into politics, bro.
He's probably doing it in order to generate money, right? Or
look at his voter base. Look at what he's running for.
He's not running. No. Oh, I'm not talking about that doctor that's running. The one I created email. I'm talking about the actual doctor. No, not that guy. Oh yeah, bro. I know that other guy. He's trying to get all these nut jobs to vote for him. Yeah, bro. But bro, 2020 is 2020 is a simulation. Like Elon Musk is Lex Luthor. He's doing some great dope stuff. But I mean, no matter what, bro, he's still getting paid. I mean, shoot, I'm getting paid, so I can talk a little bit. But you know what I mean. But but it is wild. It is wild. Like the pig brain. Like, I mean, at this point, you're going to technically. Ex Machina is about to happen.
I haven't seen that, but I have seen Black Mirror, and I'm sure it's similar.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Remember the girl and how she was able to phone call her from call her mom through her brain.
Yeah.
Oh, and then how in China the social points episode, and then after that they're like, they're already doing the social points, and then after that you snitch on somebody, their social points get down to the point that they can't even go on a train.
That's crazy. It's crazy.
Bro, it's happening, man. It's just people slow.
It that's true. Well, I mean, I don't know, bro. News in this country is so weird because it something can be announced on the news and it doesn't become a big deal until it affects like a celebrity, and then now it's a big deal, basically.
Right. Right, bro. And now, when it comes to celebrity too, man, you're an artist. You are an artist. You're a creator. You're a creative. What's your idea and point, like your point of view about people celebrate celebrity so much? Like I put out a tweet like, "Yo, celebrate your friends' accomplishments like you celebrate the celebrities." I mean, because
Oh,
too many of people, they gawk over these people that don't know, nor do they care that they exist, and not the care, like they don't care, like, oh, whatever, like they could give us a crap about you, but like they have their own things, they have their own lives, they're trying to do whatever. So yeah, basically they don't care, and so now you was like, man, I'm over here doing whatever. Like, what does it mean, one, for people to support a local artist or whatever, and what are your thoughts and opinions and how you feel about that, man?
it goes back to love versus desire.
Mm,
It goes back to love versus desire. A lot of people love the idea of celebrities, and they don't love their friends. They like their friends a lot, but they don't love their friends. For example, like not to be braggadocious, but I mean, especially like when I became like the DJ, bro, going from almost being like nobody to like performing for 300 people every night. I thought I would have the support of people that were around me that I was trying to impress somehow through my everyday life.
right.
And when they acknowledged it and they didn't care, I began to realize, oh, it's not that you don't care about my art. You don't care about me. And like
Mm,
at that point, I'm no longer trying to impress you because that's just boring.
it's tough. You don't care
Yeah.
about my art. You don't care about me.
Because my art is me.
Right.
And if you know me, you know that. So
Right.
there's no point in us pretending, basically.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's
Basically, what I'm saying is if they're not supporting, they're not your friend,
right.
pretty much. Because I mean, let's not even get to the fact that like, for the most part, if you're supporting your friends and they are able to achieve something or get something good, they're probably going to share that thing with you in some way, share that success with you, that happiness in some way.
Right.
So if you don't even have the care to at least share in someone's happiness, then you don't care about the person.
Right.
And
Right.
there's nothing
So
wrong with that.
yeah, and it's true. Like, and that's true. Like, there's nothing wrong in sharing other people's happiness. But I mean, I personally I believe that there is a lot of abundance for everybody to be happy to whatever extent that they wish to. Um,
True.
but I guess it's just it's an internal conflict battle that most people are dealing with anyway, right? So yeah. But now, like, how was that, and being able to walk through the idea, like, man, these people don't support me. Like, did you just drop them, or you just like, okay, cool, like I respect you, you're my friend. Um, okay, actually, no, cancel that, scratch that. How does one effectively support their friend? What does support mean? What does it mean to support?
Support means, of course, it's different depending on who
The
your
per-
friend is.
right,
But you know, support is sort of like the bass in a song. You don't hear it, you feel it. And that's a really roundabout way to say I can't explain it, but I mean, I don't know how to explain it, But you know when you're being supported. Still there?
Oh, hold up, hold up, hold up. A little frozen.
All good. Still there? Can you hear me?
All right, y'all. So basically, here's a little recap. Excuse, pardon the interruption. Just the connection. But if you're now joining in, had a great episode with Waviavelli so far. Waviavelli, um, you know, goes by Daniel, goes by Mecca,
Oh,
his name, his full name. So okay, you're back. You're back.
I'm here, present,
All right.
in the flesh.
Um, but okay, so you're saying that support goes like it really depends on the person, but support is
Support is felt, not heard.
felt not heard. Man, in a day and age where everybody wants to feel like that they're supportive, but I think even sometimes, even with the idea of support, I think a lot of people are entitled to. I mean, I personally think that the West, we're so soft.
Oh,
We
I
are
agree.
so soft
I
because
agree.
the way that we might not feel supported on a social media post. But then I was listening to this Joe Rogan episode with David Cho, one of my favorites, and it was so good just to be able to hear David just be so open and candid about things. Whatever. So basically, he was saying how um, he went over to where is it called? The Congo. He went to the jungle. He was looking for this dinosaur. He met these guys. He met these um uh tribesmen. They're living there, whatever. He got a chance to live with them and all that. So they're running, hunting, all that stuff. And basically he said, okay, have you heard of America? Oh, America? Yeah, we heard of America. Do you want to go there? Why would I go to a building where they jump off the building? Why would I go to a place where they jump off the building and kill themselves? Like that's their impression. That's what they
Yeah.
hear. And they say that, too many times we're so fixated. I don't know, bro. Our culture is so fixated on like stuff and things and all this stuff. Bro, I was downstairs in the basement. Sorry I'm going on like just talking, but I was
Oh,
downstairs
you're
in this
good.
basement. And in the basement, I'm just like, damn, like my dad and we have so much stuff
Yeah.
we don't even wear it. I mean,
Yeah.
I identify as a minimalist now. Like I can travel with like three things, whatever. Like it's less weight. I threw a bunch of my stuff away because I don't need it. But like we're so fixated on status, on stuff, on things. We got to the point where we're so comfortable that we're now arguing over stuff that doesn't even need to be argued. Where one, there's people that's out there with conflict and war, but also like I don't know, man. It's a weird conundrum. I mean, if you guys disagree, well, great. Do I care? No. But I really think that yeah, we definitely been softened, and I mean,
I
which is great access to like because of technology, all that amazing. But mm-mm.
I agree. I agree, man. And I think 2020 is it. Although it's not the end of the world, it is one of those moments where the cultural impact, the impact on culture, going into the future, is probably going to be unpredictable from today, most
Right,
likely. And who knows? Maybe the world is softer in 20 years. Who knows?
right,
Yeah.
right. There's definitely a shift. I mean, like no, 2020 was the shift. I think anybody, um, COVID. I think COVID has really exposed people for who they are. And but on so many fronts, right? What really about like, are you really as intentional as you would like to be? Is your relationship as true as it is? As your finances or whatever? Is it true as it is? It's the shift. I know everybody's talking about 2020 vision. Like, oh, my 2020 vision is going to be the best year. 2 years, double numbers, 11, whatever, whatever. I mean, I believe in synchronicity, right? As well, like it doesn't play a role, but it's more of when most people are thinking, oh yeah, my vision is going to get clear. Nah, like this is the sobering part of the vision getting clear. This is what a lot of people needed. Like you may not want it, but it was what you needed because what you think that you needed was what you wanted was actually what you needed, but nah. And the people that were running their systems, you can see. malls getting shut down, being bought out by Amazon. You seeing you seeing people, bro. It's like it just proves like you're real now. Like, hey, are you who you say you are?
Man, nah, seriously, seriously, what well put. And for those of you out there listening or listening right now, there's a there's a YouTube account called Company Man, um, and he chronicles the rise and fall of like big companies. And if if you panic when the boat is sinking, you're probably gonna drown, you know, and you just gotta not panic, really, because the boat's gonna sink whether you panic or not. The boat's gonna sink either way. I mean,
But I
you
mean, if
have
you don't panic, you'll be able to swim.
yeah, you have a lot of choices to make, but if you just panic, like, I mean, I hope you like sharks, you know.
Oh man, oh bro. So how have you been? How what are some of the things that you've been doing in order to keep saying, in order to keep making sure that you're floating throughout, like especially during the COVID, especially everything that's been happening so far. We're 9 months in now, yeah.
I think getting rid of getting rid of expectations for other people, and
Mm,
also letting stepping out of an egotistical view of everything. Um, just because you can be as egotistical as you want to, but when you're just statistical, for the most part, you'll be okay. Usually,
right.
so just I mean, of course, like it's a taboo among people of color, but like the avoidance of emotions sometimes is not the worst thing in the world in the long term,
Right.
basically. Yeah.
Being able to detach yourself. Um, and I think it's super important for us to, but see, the thing is, the thing that sucks though is that most people don't necessarily understand how to detach from emotions. I'm a very emotional person. I love emotions, whatever. But I think it's the understanding the basic law of detachment. Um, that would, nobody knows how to do that. How are you able to do that? Like, how are you able to be able to learn how to detach from things?
You spoke about it earlier, but minimalism has been a huge part of that,
Right.
and just realizing how much of a commodity things are, it helped me to detach from my unhealthy attachments to people,
Right.
because there is healthy attachment,
Right.
yes, but that's what helped me was minimalism, because I began to realize that there were things around me that I didn't need, that I was keeping around me just because I could, and I would keep telling myself, well, this doesn't hurt me, it's good, but it's not. Like, for example, if I have an old pair of shoes that I'm never gonna wear again, I should either sell them or donate them. If I keep them, in 20 years, I'm still not gonna wear them. I can have that memory in my mind of those shoes, and it's much more valuable than those shoes taking up space in my house. And it became the same thing with people. If the memory of you is better than knowing you, then I'm gonna just do a lot of remembering. Cause sh- shout out to my exes.
Not the exes, bro. Oh, what I
Shout out to my
mean,
exes.
um, that
Yeah.
and that is so good though. That is so good because, um, man, a lot of people don't want to confront the idea that maybe your relationship, maybe your friendship, maybe this attachment to these former identities, like you're holding out, you're too busy, the proverb of okay, if you're stuck in the past, you're depressed, and if you're too busy in the future, you have anxiety. So that's why you need to stay in the present, and that's like something, something, and all that. But it really is important for us to recognize that one, there's a season for everything, and this is why I love Ecclesiastes, man. Ecclesiastes because they don't even. They're, hey, bro, everything's meaningless. Just chip pants, enjoy where you at.
Okay, hold on. You you there?
Yeah, it cut out a little bit.
You cut out. All I heard was everything is meaningless. Just shoot your pants wherever you at. Did you say that or am I tripping?
No, 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 no. I didn't say that. I
Okay.
said every.
That's what I heard.
Oh no, I said everything is meaningless. In Solomon, in Ecclesiastes, everything is
Okay.
meaningless. Enjoy
Yes.
where you're at. Enjoy where you're going, and
Okay.
understanding that. Because I've just been, and these are one of the last questions that I always ask people, like, "Yo, what do you want your legacy to be?" Right?
Hmm.
And so, like, I'm going to ask you that. I think we're going to head into that, but personally, when I think about that, it's like, all right, again,
All right, we're back.
Wi-Fi
Yeah.
connection. LOL.
Yes.
Is he coming back? He's coming back.
Can you hear me?
Okay. All right. Wi-Fi connection. Man, the Wi-Fi's been bad today.
Sorry, it's probably mine.
Um. So what I was saying was, um, I don't. I mean, people call it like legacy, 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 and I got this like, but my friend Wasim and I, we were talking about this. Like, man, I could care less about my legacy, to be honest. I'm gonna be dead. and and it's like, but like, it's also, and remember, guys, I'm coming from this from a biblical perspective. Um, Ecclesiastes and says the futility of work.
I think.
I'm back.
Okay. Cool.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Man, Wi-Fi tripping today. Now I found out it's mine. My Wi-Fi is tripping. Basically, I was saying that Solomon was saying that all my hard work is earned. I'm going to pass it to somebody else. Who knows what's going to happen to that person that like they're going to pass it on to? They're going to mess it up. Like that sucks. And so it's just like some people like, what's the point of us having so much anxiety and pain and grief every night and
I don't know if it's still recording. Wow. We're disconnected. But follow me on Twitter. Can you hear me?
Helena was like legit sick. Oh yeah, I'm down. I wasn't just like out of mission.
Hello?
Yeah,
Hello?
can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right.
This is gonna be fun. On edit. But yeah, man, just people, just enjoy your life, man. Just don't stress. Like you're stressing yourself out because you're stressing to yourself out anyway. But anyway, bro, like my question for you, bro, is like, what do you want your legacy to be?
I want my legacy to be creator. Period.
Simple.
Yeah.
Simply.
Yeah.
But bro, um, and usually that's what should be like the big last question. But let me ask you this one last question, bro. Um, if you were to tell, what were three things that you would tell to your freshman year self?
I would say make that money, kiss that girl, change your number.
Bro, I had a crazy experience at Baylor or whatever, bro. Bro, I'm just gonna leave you at that.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all, make that money, kiss that girl, change your number, take risk, be yourself, and make sure you shoot your shot in a way that is going to be successful, but also not creepy.
Change your area code too. Not
So,
just the last 7 digits. Change the area code too.
area code. Oh shoot, that's crazy, bro. But this is my last segment of the show. My favorite segment of the show, Speak Life, because James it says that you get the power of life and death comes from the tongue. So, bro, Daniel, I just want to say, Speak Life over you, man. One, I appreciate your artistry. I appreciate your humor, your candidness, and your ability to continue to create. That is one thing that I definitely value, and that's one thing that I know that you are created and were meant for were meant to do. So it is just so good just to see you how you're just vibing on a level and vibing in a way that you are living true to your purpose. It is a blessing to know you, bro. It is a blessing to see you working with Christians. It's a blessing for you just to put your gifts on display. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your work. And thank you for just creating and understanding how to make people have fun at Scruffs, at each and every party, each and every function. You are really good at that, man. So I just want to let you know that you are appreciated, that you are loved. I love you, bro, as a brother in Christ, and I'm so proud, and I cannot even fathom or even just say how excited I am for where you're going to take your artistry and how life and how God is going to move through you, bro. So just wanted to give you your flowers, man, and speak life over you, and just say thank you so much for being on the pod. Thank you for making this entertaining, funny, and for just chopping it up, bro. I really do appreciate this. Thank you for your time.
For sure, bro. I know this is called Campus Cuts, so I didn't want to leave this without doing a wave check. No, I'll play. No, my shit will be on swim though. By tonight, I'm gonna have
Oh my
waves
god.
tonight. Wave
Oh,
check
so you cut
dropping
the
at
hair?
11. Yeah, I cut my hair. Hold up.
Okay, okay, I see a little bit.
Yeah. But what was I gonna say? Appreciate it, bro. I really do. I mean, I think Campus Cuts is a great idea. We got to have you on the podcast as well. For those of y'all that don't know, I have a podcast called Snowball Effect. Our tagline is contain conversations that snowball into larger ones. You can listen to it on Apple Music, Spotify, all that stuff. Um, if you look up Waviavelli on anything that moves, YouTube, TikTok, whatever, you'll find me. And iTunes, Apple Music. Um, Tanaka, bro. I mean, I want to speak some life over you as well, bro. Like, I mean, who else? Who else could do it, bro? Who else could make a podcast? Who else could make campus cuts? Nobody. Just you, man. And I appreciate that you are able to do it with a dedication to interviewing people, and a dedication to what you want to do. Like, I mean, whatever that is, I can tell it's a lot of things. I'm excited to see you do it, bro. For sure, for sure. And this is the message to everybody out there. Just make something today. I don't care if it's a macaroni necklace.
Bro,
Just make something today.
make something today. Bro, I appreciate that. I received that, man. For real, man. Thank you. Thank you, bro.
Sure.
But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this hilarious pod, bro. Hilarious episode. Thank you, bro, for coming on the guest. And we are out.